Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you like tech and helpful tips, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started.
Understanding which side of a capacitor is positive is absolutely crucial, especially when working with certain types, as connecting them incorrectly can lead to component failure, circuit damage, or even a small explosion. Not all capacitors have a positive or negative side. These are known as non-polarized capacitors. Common examples include ceramic, film, and mica capacitors. For these, you can connect them in any orientation without issue, as they are designed to handle AC signals or DC signals where polarity isn't a factor in their operation. However, the vast majority of capacitors you'll encounter in DC circuits, particularly those used for power filtering or energy storage, are polarized. These include electrolytic capacitors, like aluminum electrolytics and tantalum capacitors. Identifying the positive and negative terminals on these components is paramount for their proper function and your safety. For new and used electrolytic capacitors, the most straightforward way to identify polarity is by examining the leads. The longer lead is typically the positive terminal, while the shorter lead is the negative terminal. This is a common manufacturing standard. However, once a capacitor has been soldered and desoldered, or if its leads have been trimmed, this method becomes unreliable. In such cases, you must look at the capacitor's body itself. Electrolytic capacitors almost always have a stripe or band running down one side of the cylinder. This stripe, often marked with minus signs, minus symbol, or an arrow pointing towards the negative terminal, clearly indicates the negative side of the capacitor. It's a universal marking convention for these components. Always double-check this marking, as it's the most reliable visual indicator for used or trimmed electrolytic capacitors. Tantalum capacitors, while also polarized, often have slightly different markings. Instead of a negative stripe, you'll frequently find a plus sign, plus symbol, printed directly on the body, clearly indicating the positive terminal. Sometimes, a beveled edge or a small dot might also signify the positive lead. Like electrolytic capacitors, new tantalum capacitors will also typically have a longer lead for the positive terminal. Always consult the component's datasheet if you are unsure or if the markings are ambiguous, as datasheets provide definitive information on pinouts and polarity. Misidentifying the polarity and connecting a polarized capacitor backward can have serious consequences. For instance, an electrolytic capacitor connected in reverse will experience a breakdown of its dielectric material, leading to excessive current flow, overheating, and potentially venting or exploding, releasing corrosive electrolyte and damaging surrounding components. Therefore, always take a moment to carefully identify the correct polarity before soldering any polarized capacitor into your circuit. Understanding these visual cues will save you a lot of troubleshooting time and component replacements. Thank you for watching, and please remember to subscribe for more electronics tips and tutorials.